Really happy to welcome in Clarissa Cryenbrink from Sioux City, Iowa today, who's on a lunch break, probably having some veggies that she pre-packed at home for her lunch. Hi,
Yeah.
Clarissa. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Marney?
I'm good. I'm good, doing well. You're working right now at a homeless shelter in Sioux City, Iowa.
Yes.
And I don't feel like we really associate homelessness in Sioux City, Iowa together. And hopefully you are not busy and busting at the seams right now. Hopefully you're just providing a meal for those who need it today. What is the homeless situation like right now in Sioux City?
There are actually a lot more homeless than you would think here in Northwest Iowa, probably a couple hundred in Sioux City and in our county. But hopefully now with the weather warming up, we'll probably have fewer residents staying with us, but we do provide 3 hot meals a day. So we always get not only residents, but also community members who come in and eat with us.
Okay. Well, thank you for doing what you do. I don't know how often that gets expressed for those of us who feel like sometimes we're not doing enough and we can't help. And there you are right there at the center of it, literally helping people who need help.
I try. I've been here for about 2 months, so just trying to get my feet under me and learn what this is all about.
Well, continued good work to you and your coworkers, and thank you for everything that you provide.
Thank
We
you.
are here with you today mostly to talk not about your work, but about how you got to the place where you are in your life. And it says here on my bio sheet that your profile journey started in January of 2020, which means little over 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and that you were heading down a path that you didn't want to continue on. What led you to profile in the first place in January 2020?
Well, my sister and mom had both done profile and had a lot of success on there. So I was at the point where I knew I needed to change something. I was working out semi consistently, but that's not enough if you're not eating well. So I was just going out to eat all the time, not really paying attention to what I ate, where I ate, how much I ate. So I was at the point where I either needed to get serious about working out and eating well, and I knew how to eat healthy, but I really needed that accountability. And that is what Profile provided me with. And I knew, having seen my mom and my sister go down the profile path as well, that they got the weekly coaching and the assistance and all of that. I knew that that's the key that I needed.
So you pretty much knew what the plan was about because you had seen it work and work successfully for your mom, for your sister. So I'm guessing there weren't a whole lot of surprises in like, this is what it's going to take. This is what your routine is going to sort of look like. Was it just a matter of you getting in the mindset to just go ahead and do it?
Yeah, I think so. I think taking that first step is the hardest part. Just reaching out for help and then accepting it and just jumping right in.
So you jumped in thinking, I hope to lose 20 pounds. I hope to lose 30 pounds. Was that where you
And
started mentally?
yeah, I was like, if I can get, a couple pounds off, and great. If I can keep it off long term, even better. But I don't know what's going to happen when I go down this road. So
So what did happen when you went down that road?
it took a little while, but I finally lost 50 pounds. And so far, keeping it off. There's obviously fluctuations up and down, but that's going to happen as you go through life and you try to maintain that weight loss. But I always try to remind myself, like, no matter what, even if I gain 5 pounds, I've still lost 45 pounds.
Yes.
There's still a long ways from where I started. And that's what you have to keep in perspective.
Yeah. And so 50 pounds. So it took you 2 years to get 50. But at what point did you change your goal from 20 to 30 to 50? Or was it ever really a goal? Was it just sort of maybe I'll try for 20, 30?
I think when I started, I set my goal weight, I think it was maybe like 30 pounds. And then as I got closer and saw, like, okay, if I really stick to this, the weight will come off. Um, then I kept changing it lower and lower to be where I really wanted to be. And that's where I got to be. So
I wonder why you didn't start there.
I don't know.
You
I don't know if
started
I doubted
really young.
myself. Yeah, I don't know if I doubted myself or what it was. I think if I set my goal too big, I was going to get overwhelmed. And so I
Mhm.
wanted to take smaller steps to start out with.
And you had said when you started this that you had tried other things, but you needed the accountability. What difference and what role did the accountability play in this for you?
That was huge. The coach that I started with in West Des Moines, shout out to Shayla. She she was awesome. She provided me not only with nutritional guidance, but I had a lot going on in my life in those 2 years, and she was like my shoulder to cry on, my like go-to person when I needed to talk to somebody. We would email all the time, or at my coaching appointments we'd talk. So um, she provided me with the accountability that I needed, but also the friendship that I didn't know I needed at that time.
Oh,
So,
Kayla, that's really cool. That's a
yeah,
really
she's
cool
awesome.
discovery.
Hmm.
You had written that one of the motivators in your particular journey was that you have a congenital heart defect. It's called transposition of the great arteries. Is this something that you were born with and have just had to deal with your entire life?
Yes, so I was born here in Sioux City and airlifted to Iowa City at 3 days old, where I had my first open heart surgery.
Oh my gosh.
And
At 3 days old?
yeah,
Wow.
yep. And then another one at 7 months and another one at 22 months. So three open heart surgeries. They basically rerouted the blood through my heart and how it flows through my body. And so that's one of my motivators to stay healthy.
Are y Is it something that you have to constantly monitor and it's like you have to watch it and check it and it's part of your life? Or are you to the point where it's just something you have looked at once a year or something for maintenance?
Yeah, I go for annual checkups, which I just had last week, and everything was good.
Yay.
And I'm on medication that keeps it under control. And so it really doesn't affect me too much day to day.
Okay.
It's mostly in exercise. And in that realm, I just kind of go at my own pace and do what I can do.
And I would imagine being healthy, leading a healthy lifestyle, what you eat, working out, all of those things they're important to anyone's heart. They must be extra important to your heart.
Yeah, my doctors have always stressed the importance of exercise and maintaining a healthy weight in patients like myself. And I actually just enrolled in an exercise study through the University of Iowa. So we're starting
Oh.
that too.
What has your doctor's reaction been like through your 50-pound weight loss over the last 2 years?
Not huge because I kind of switched doctors in the middle. But he said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep the weight off, keep eating healthy. So,
Keep doing it.
yep.
So, you now work out several days a week,
Hmm.
which motivates you to eat healthier, which motivates you to work out, which motivates you to eat healthier, which motivates you to so you're in the cycle right
Yes.
now of just feeding goodness.
Yes. It very much is a cycle for me. Just like you said, when I work out, I want to eat well because I don't want to, just eat all the calories I just burned.
Yes.
And when I'm eating well, it makes me want to work out to continue fueling my body in the right ways.
So, for you, it is a lifestyle change, and part of that is learning different ways to eat, and you had said that you try to not do the high carbs, you try to not do the processed food, you try to find substitutions, like, instead of your classic rice, you're trying cauliflower rice, and you're doing zucchini noodles instead of lasagna noodles. What kind of,
Mhm.
tricks have you learned in the kitchen that are really good substitutes for you?
Well, I have to say, when I first started Profile, did not cook, did not like cooking. So I have really ventured out in the 2 years. It's still I try to meal prep and make a bunch at once, so I'm not like cooking every day. So it's still not something I love doing, but um, I do enjoy eating the fruits of my labor. So Yeah, zucchini lasagna has been a big one for me. Cauliflower rice, I'll throw that in anything, like making a taco bowl, teriyaki chicken. Really, it can go in anything, and a bag of steamed veggies, and you have a meal.
That's pretty good for someone who didn't cook before.
Yeah, I've tried a lot of new things, and yeah, that's one thing that Shayla, when I was coaching with her, commented on too, is like you really ventured out and tried new veggies and tried new ways of cooking things and all this stuff. So
Are you a recipe? Like, are you Googling? Are you on Pinterest? Are you watching YouTube videos? Like, how do you learn a new recipe?
some of them I get through the profile website, through the profile blog, the profile Facebook group, what people post there.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, if I have an idea, like I wonder if this exists, I will just Google it or look on Pinterest. Really, any kind of substitution for pastas or those starchier items.
Yeah. What have your mom and sister who have also had success on profile, what's their reaction been like?
My mom has been very supportive. She is kind of in the same maintenance, wants to keep it off phase. So we actually worked out together this morning. And then, yeah, when she makes something, she'll let me have some, or she'll be like, you should try this, or I made this new recipe. So we'll just kind of throw ideas at each other.
So support system within profiles, support system within your family.
Mhm.
That's all really important to keep you on the right path, on the healthy path. It sounds like you have a good system around you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now the plan is what? You said you are hoping to maintain, you've lost your 50, you're in your goal weight, you're in a really good cycle. So how
Mhm.
do you make sure you stay there?
I will tell you that exercise is key. There was a time, when I started this new job and then I got a cold and all this stuff, I just kind of fell off the exercise wagon for a little bit. And you can tell um, just with maintaining your weight, like you have to really watch what you eat if you're not exercising,
Mhm.
which is stressful in itself. So if you ideally compare the two, then it's it's a lot easier to keep that weight off.
And you had said that one thing Profile did was push you out of your comfort zone. And a lot of people are not comfortable with that. That's why they call it a comfort zone. What do you think it took to get you pushed out of yours? And how glad are you that it happened?
I think that goes back to the coaching. Just my coach encouraging me to try new things. We'd make goals at every appointment, and a lot of times those goals would be, okay, I'm going to try one new recipe, or I'm going to try one new vegetable, or whatever that may be for that week that I wanted to do. So a lot of that was with goal setting, because if I tell somebody else and they write it down, that makes it a lot more real and a
Now
lot
tell me.
more, yeah, a lot more apt to follow through on it. So,
That is a good strategy. I'm glad
mhm.
you're out of your comfort zone. And I'm glad you had such success. Congratulations, 50 pounds and maintaining it. That's really awesome.
Thank
That's
you.
really awesome. You feel good? You feel healthy?
Yeah, I feel a lot better, a lot less joint pain. That's something that I've always struggled with, was like knee and hip pain. And I still have some of that, but it's not what it was. So
Good.
that's one of the first things I noticed.
Everything feels better.
Hmm.
Congratulations, Clarissa. Thank you so much for sharing your story and some of your struggles and your triumphs. Awesome to meet you.
Thank
Carry
you.
on. I don't know. Stay in this cycle. Keep it up. Good for
Thank
you.
you. It was great meeting you as well.
Clarissa Kryenbrink from Sioux City, Iowa, down 50 pounds, feeling great, exercising, working out, and living a good life. Thanks, Clarissa. Take care.
Thank you. You as well.
This has been another episode of Profiles in Health and Wellness. I'm Marney Gellner. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day.